It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
From beautiful South Florida, here's a look at Hard Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. That open man that time, they end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Mobley. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st and 10, Mobley. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Looking to throw. Mobley. That'll be complete to Alan Lazard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Mobley. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They'll look to throw again. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Mobley. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And complete once again to Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now back to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned it a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Moblin. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Holding, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Now here's a throw that's complete. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Mobley. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 34 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to get this up to midfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw again. He completes it to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And Wilson with it, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
And tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up to throw. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Mobley completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
An inside give to Jones. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Mobley toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Mobley being chased out left. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Mobley drops it to Jones in the flat. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Running right, Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, Mobley. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll set up a throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mobley. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Mobley.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find Jones again, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they take a knee. .38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.